Imagine a world where reality bends, time distorts, and dreamlike landscapes come to life. This was the world of Salvador Dalí, one of the most eccentric and influential artists of the 20th century. Known for his outlandish persona and mind-bending masterpieces, Dalí is considered one of the founding figures of Surrealism, a movement that sought to explore the unconscious mind and challenge the boundaries of reality. In today's video, we will take a deep dive into the life and work of Salvador Dalí, from his early beginnings in Catalonia to his rise as a global art icon. We'll explore his unique artistic journey, his exploration of dreams and the subconscious, and how his unmistakable style became an integral part of art history. Early life, the beginnings of a genius. Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dalí y Domenech was born on May 11, 1904, in the small town of Figueres, Catalonia, Spain. Dalí came from a middle-class family, but tragedy struck when he was just 16 months old. His older brother, also named Salvador, passed away from meningitis, an event that deeply affected Dalí throughout his life. He often spoke of the lingering presence of his deceased brother, which became a recurring theme in his work. Dalí's artistic talent became apparent at a young age. He began drawing at the age of 7 and was quickly recognized for his skill. By the time he was in his teens, he was already studying at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando in Madrid, where his eccentricity began to shine. His early work was influenced by Impressionism and the Old Masters, but Dalí's insatiable curiosity and rebellious spirit led him to experiment with various styles, ultimately shaping his own unique artistic voice. The road to Surrealism, a revolutionary approach. In the late 1920s, Dalí moved to Paris, where he encountered the Surrealists, a group of artists led by André Breton who were seeking to explore the unconscious mind, dreams, and the irrational. Inspired by their ideas, Dalí joined the Surrealist movement in 1929, but his approach was vastly different from that of his peers. While many Surrealists sought to embrace spontaneity and irrationality in their work, Dalí combined their exploration of the unconscious with a meticulous, almost scientific, approach to technique. One of Dalí's most famous early works, The Persistence of Memory, 1931, is a perfect example of his innovative approach. In this iconic painting, soft, melting clocks drape over a desolate landscape, creating an unsettling sense of time slipping away. The dreamlike atmosphere and the bizarre transformation of everyday objects into fluid, almost organic shapes challenged traditional notions of time, space, and reality. The painting has since become one of Dalí's most recognizable works and an enduring symbol of Surrealism. Dalí's technique was characterized by incredible precision and attention to detail. His hyper-realistic approach to rendering bizarre, dreamlike scenes was what set him apart from many other Surrealists. While his works often depicted fantastical imagery, Dalí's technical prowess ensured that they appeared grounded in reality, adding to their sense of mystery and intrigue. Themes of dreams, the subconscious, and Freudian influence. One of the defining themes of Dalí's work was his exploration of the unconscious mind, a concept he borrowed from Sigmund Freud, the famous psychoanalyst whose theories on dreams and repression had a profound impact on Surrealist artists. Dalí was fascinated by Freud's ideas and sought to incorporate them into his work, using dreams, symbols, and subconscious desires as central motifs. For Dalí, the dream world was a place of liberation, where the constraints of logic and rationality no longer applied. His paintings often featured distorted forms and images that seemed to emerge from the deepest recesses of the mind. In addition to his iconic melting clocks, Dalí frequently depicted strange, organic shapes, such as elongated figures, distorted faces, and bizarre creatures that represented the complexity of the human psyche. Another recurring motif in Dalí's work was his use of symbolism. He often painted objects with specific personal or Freudian significance. For example, his famous The Great Masturbator, 1929, explores themes of sexuality, fear, and desire, with a distorted face representing Dalí's own anxieties and sexual tensions. His works were filled with complex symbols that invited viewers to interpret the meaning behind each object and image. Dalí's eccentric personality and public persona. While Dalí's art was revolutionary, his personality was just as flamboyant and unconventional. Known for his extravagant lifestyle, Dali cultivated an eccentric public persona that was as much a part of his art as his paintings. He was notorious for his wild mustache, which he shaped into elaborate curves, as well as his eccentric fashion choices and bizarre behavior. Dali often embraced the role of the mad genius, theatrically playing up his eccentricity in interviews and public appearances. He claimed to have a variety of unusual habits, such as taking cold baths to stimulate his creativity and sleeping in a coffin to encourage visions of death and the afterlife. His dramatic flair extended to his personal life as well, where he formed a deep, lifelong partnership with his wife and muse, Dali, who was often featured in his works. Dali's larger-than-life persona helped cement his place in popular culture. His eccentricities made him a media sensation, and he became a beloved figure in the world of art and beyond. He collaborated with a variety of creative fields, including film, fashion, and advertising, further solidifying his status as a cultural icon. Later life, evolution of style and legacy. In the 1940s and 1950s, Dali's artistic style continued to evolve. Although he remained associated with Surrealism, he became increasingly interested in classical themes and forms, often incorporating elements of Renaissance art into his work. He experimented with religious and mythological subjects, creating paintings that combined his signature dreamlike imagery with more traditional compositions. During this time, Dali also embraced new mediums, including sculpture, lithography, and even holography. His interest in science and mathematics led him to explore concepts such as the fourth dimension and atomic theory, which were reflected in his later works. Dali's work in these years often retained the meticulous detail for which he was known, but his subjects became more diverse, moving from the purely surreal to the metaphysical and the scientific. In 1982, Dali's health began to decline, and he was hospitalized after suffering from a nervous breakdown. Despite his physical decline, his creativity remained sharp until his death on January 23, 1989, at the age of 84. He passed away in his hometown of Figueres, leaving behind a legacy that would continue to influence generations of artists. Legacy and influence. Dali's impact on the art world is immeasurable. His revolutionary approach to surrealism transformed the way we think about art, dreams, and the subconscious mind. His ability to blend technical mastery with absurdity and imagination paved the way for future generations of artists who sought to break free from traditional artistic constraints. Dali's works continue to be exhibited in major museums around the world, including the Salvador Dalí Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida, and the Dali Theater Museum in Figueres, Spain. His paintings, sculptures, and other works remain as relevant and captivating today as they were when he first created them. His influence can be seen across various fields, from pop culture to advertising to film. Directors like Alfred Hitchcock and Luis Buñuel were inspired by Dali's dreamlike imagery, and his work continues to inspire artists, designers, and filmmakers to this day. Salvador Dali's life and art remain a testament to the power of imagination and the boundless possibilities of the unconscious mind. Through his groundbreaking work in surrealism, Dali challenged our understanding of reality and invited us to explore the mysteries of our own minds. His eccentric personality and dramatic flair only added to the mystique, making him not just an artist but a cultural icon. If you've been fascinated by Dali's work, or if you've experienced the surreal landscapes he created, let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of incredible artists and their revolutionary contributions to art. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.